What is the timeline for this Nexus pipeline project that was brought up today before the Stark County Commissioners, seeking their support? Even though Stark County's not hugely affected, it is affected. When did it get started, and when's the determination date going to occur?
Well, to the best of our knowledge, okay, this project was announced back in October of 2012 in the press. I didn't learn about it, and most constituents didn't learn about it until August of 2014, when we received letters, official letters announcing it from this Nexus pipeline, or Nexus transmission pipeline company. The process as it has unfolded, and if you jump ahead to right at the end of December, Nexus made their pre-filing application with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, which is the first step in the process. Over the course of this, I'm starting to sound like a spokesman for Nexus. I know it so well.
You're doing terrifically.
Over the course of this year, okay, they will be filing various resource reports that are required by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. And they'll make what is called their formal application probably in November, December of this year. That will again start a whole process of that will require approximately another 10 or so months. And in, let's call it the fourth quarter of 2016, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission will make a ruling. Nice to meet you, Mr. Will make a decision on the suitability of the application and whether all of the reports that are required to be filed have been done so properly. And if they grant a certificate to proceed and the company receives all of its appropriate permits from Army Corps engineers and EPA and other folks, then construction would start probably in the spring of 2017, be completed by the fall of 2017. Construction process is pretty rapid.
Okay. Did I understand correctly that you folks that are involved in rerouting this project have a lot of confidence that FERC, it was the Federal Energy Regulation Commission, is that what it is? Regulatory Commission will make an objective decision unaffected by political considerations?
That's a tough question, though.
You know, I believe after meeting for probably 3 hours over 2 days with representatives from the commission, including a lady named Joanne Wachholder, who is the project manager and a senior staffer there. I believe that these are professionals, okay, who work within a bureaucracy, and they have a set of policies that they need to adhere to, a process that's been clearly defined, and a set of procedures that are defined by the Federal Code of Regulations that they will follow, okay? You know, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors in terms of the politics of things. Certainly people from, you know, if you look at the backgrounds of the commissioners that are, you know, with FERC or the executives from Spectra Energy, there seems to be a crossover of people from energy being commissioners and commissioners going to work in the energy industry. You can follow the bouncing ball. I mean, it's public information. So, you know, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, from your group's perspective, have you been in touch with elected officials, congressmen, senators?
Absolutely. Yes, I mean, our process is pretty, I define our process as bottom up, top down, and inside out.
Okay.
That's our tactics.
So you understand that there's clearly a political factor
Absolutely.
here?
In fact, on January 9th, our members of our senior leadership from the Coalition to Reroute Nexus met in the governor's office with Michael Frazier, his deputy policy advisor on energy, and also with a gentleman named Sean McCullough, who is in the lieutenant governor's office, dealing with regulatory policy matters. and we spend an hour talking with them, and I'm in contact with Michael Frazier every week. We've had meetings with representatives from both of our U.S. Senators' offices, Sherrod Brown's, and last week we met with representative from Rob Portman's office. Next week, over in Medina County, we have a meeting set up with Congressman Jim Renacci. So we've been working the top down diligently.
Okay.
And there's more to come.
Okay.
And it's,
Have you done research on this company and the political clout that it has with Congress?
I personally have not.
Okay. Has someone in the group? Do you know?
I really don't know. I've only heard rumors, of political contributions that are made, but I expect that happens across the board.
Okay.
Energy companies are wealthy companies, and they can afford to spread a little bit of the largesse around to influence their decisions.